Hey everyone, welcome back to Scorpio Sun Tarot. This is Scott, and I am here to show you the second part of the culling that I'm doing right now. So this one is going to be all tarot, which the third one will be as well. If you missed the Oracle one and you would like to see some cool Oracle cards that are for sale, go ahead and click on part one and then come back. So just thank you for all of you who are new, and please like and subscribe if you can. It is absolutely free, and it would help my channel to grow because of the YouTube ways of life. So absolutely free. Ring the bell also for notifications. So I really appreciate that, and you guys doing that for me. Now, for the loyal subscribers, love you all. So glad you're back, and I hope that we find something that all of you like. These have been marked down drastically, and the cards are all in perfect condition. The only things that might be a little bit ratty, I don't know how else to say it, is the tuck boxes. And anyone who has worked with tuck boxes understands if you just look at them wrong, they will start wearing out and tearing. But I have made an amenity for that as well. So let's get started. The decks that you will see are here basically to clear for the ones that call. These don't call any longer, or not at all. And I have usually another deck that is in the same aesthetic that I've chosen to keep, and so I don't need one in the same aesthetic that doesn't call. And I really think that they were brought to me so that I could gift them to someone who would be helping me out. So that comes to the part where I am raising money for the cost of my kitten that I am getting next Wednesday. There was some problems with that at first because of landlords, etc. But we got those resolved, so it should be by Wednesday. Now, I have raised enough in the live culling, but I still need kitty stuff. It can be pretty expensive, getting spayed and neutered. This will be a boy, so neutered. And time off for my mother's passing. I did rack up quite a few bills, so I'm just disclosing that just so you know that, went through some depression issues and was not able to work. And so I did lose my job 2 days ago. So, there's that. And, it is what it is. And I think I'm better off, actually, so I can focus more on my channel for a little while. And, of course, getting a new job. But in the meantime, your donations and support mean everything to me. So I appreciate and love these decks and artists so much, but like I said, they're just not calling for whatever reason. And if you have given me one of these decks, definitely, I think there's only one, maybe two, that were given to me by the same person that are in here, and nothing against them. It's just it's not resonating. The prices are below, guys. Now, it does not include taxes, like shipping and handling, I should say. So make sure that you see the shipping and handling price, which will be the same for everyone in the United States, $8.95. Okay, and it will be on a first come, first served basis. Now, I will collect payment sending PayPal, and then I will send you a tracking number, and then I will send the decks out. It includes shipping for the U.S. It does not include shipping for different countries, including Canada. Okay, but if you really want a deck, you can inquire about it through my email, and then I will have to research it and see if we can get it quickly, what the price would be. But email quickly, because I've already had one go from this list that wasn't even shown yet. So I think they're going to go pretty quickly. And if you are just here, enjoy watching, getting to know different decks, I appreciate that so much, and I hope you enjoy it. And yeah, just so you're not purchasing anything, just want to hang out, that makes my day. This is a mixture of mass market and indie, mostly mass market. If they're mass market and I don't tell you they're Etsy, then they are Amazon. Okay? And I can start with the first one if I remember. I'm going to do it in no particular order. And this is separate, of course, from the Oracle decks, which was the first video. And I will show you what I mean by the boxes here. And this is a Llewellyn deck. I'm going to start with this one. This is the Tarot in Wonderland. Fantastic deck. And I want to show you the box. So if I tell you a Llewellyn deck, you've got one hell of a box. Like, look at that thing. Like, I can't even get it all in the picture. It's ridiculous. So, beautiful cards, beautiful box, beautiful book. The book is so freaking huge. Look at this. It's massive. Massive. So it's by Barbara Moore, and you know she puts so much into. Look at that, crazy. Puts so much into her books, and there's so much information. Comes in this little cardboard thing that you can take out, and has a ribbon. Those are all the Llewellyn decks. Okay, so if I specify Llewellyn, you will be getting a huge book. You will be getting a huge box for keepsake, and then you'll get these cards. Now these cards are classic Llewellyn as well. They're a little bit on the light side, but it doesn't bother me. They shuffle really well. And let me show you here. Get my hand in here. Yeah, they shuffle really well. Just like that. See how easy that is? They shuffle great. Alright, so let's go ahead and see a few of these cards. And if it's not a Llewellyn, I'll tell you what kind of box it comes in. But they're all pretty nice boxes, except for the tuck boxes. So let's go ahead and get started here. This is the Tarot in Wonderland. I love this Nine of Pentacles. Very Rider-Waite based. Rider-Waite Smith based, I like to say. But just with all the characters from Alice in Wonderland. It's funny because the Queen of Wands is actually the Queen of Hearts. See her heart right there. Off with the heads. Off with the heads. And somebody did off with someone a lot. Oh, I hope that's not Humpty Dumpty. Now the King of Pentacles. There's the Mad Hatter. Here's Humpty. He's okay. Cool. We got our... is he Caterpillar? Yeah, I got the Caterpillar with his little cigarette, we'll say. That's so funny. It reminds me of the grandma in Robin Hood. What big nose you have, Grandma. There's the Lovers, the Queen of... Hearts and King of Hearts. Off with his head. You have the crazy little card people. I should dress up like that, right? All of the tarot card people should dress up like that. It's Alice in Wonderland Day. Be pretty good. There's a real. Okay, so that is the Tarot in Wonderland by Barbara Moore. The next one I have for you is in a tuck box. And by the way, these will be listed in order down below. And as I sell them, they'll be either taken off or just say sold on there. And I reserve the right to take any off at any time, guys. And then I will take it off of the list unless you paid for it. If you paid for it, it's yours. I also was just thinking, I didn't mention, make sure you email me first before you drop anything into my PayPal for a purchase. If you're doing a donation, the PayPal's right there. I really appreciate that with all my heart. But if you're purchasing a deck, I need you to email me first and give me your address, and I'll let you know the status and if you're going to be the one to get that deck, okay? So email me quickly. Now here's the first of our tuck boxes, so I just wanted to show you. This deck has barely been touched, and there's already, you know, wear and tear on it here. I do white out some of my boxes just because, see how little that is? I will put like my initials, SDH, and then I'll put the date that this deck was received. So the date would be right there. I've already whited this out. So that's all you will see on the boxes or on the books that come with it. So this is just a regular El Scarabeo, I believe. Well, it's not, but it's like the El Scarabeos. Low Scarabeo, my bad. This is Fournier. But this is just a regular tuck box that is kind of shitty. But the cards are in perfect condition. The pamphlets are not always in the greatest condition as well because they're in a shitty tuck box. Let's see, make sure my angle's good here. Top, yeah, I think we're good to go. I've got my boundaries here, guys. All right. Yeah, so you can see this one's a little bit worn, but it doesn't affect anything about the pamphlet. This is just a little pamphlet with some English in there in the first. And this one is a Spanish deck. However, of course, it is in English as well. Wouldn't do that to you. So in case you don't speak Spanish. So the first one will be, look, I'll show you the backs here. I think you probably saw them. Those are the backs. And you'll see here the tower. It's a La Torre in the tower. Okay, so it does have the English version on each card. These cards are interesting, aren't they? They're very, very wacky, I want to say. Very interesting, but wacky. And there is some nudity in these cards, so just a disclosure there. Yeah, so it's interesting. I did enjoy the deck. However, I just have other wacky decks that call to me more. So this was just, you know, one that never ever called. I've had it over a year, I'm pretty sure, and it just didn't call to me. This is an Amazon deck, actually. You can get it off there. But when you look at Amazon, look at that price, because I guarantee you, if you put in the postage, as far as shipping and handling costs, it will be way over what I'm asking. And also, if you do have Amazon Prime, you're still going to pay for taxes. So remember that. And I have calculated all of them, what they would be on Amazon with taxes. And I've gone below on every single one. Some of them are even twice the price, like lower than a half, I'm sorry, a half of the price that they would be on Amazon. So just keep that in mind, and you would be helping me out so much, and I would really, you know, appreciate to get these decks into some other loving homes. So this is the Whack Attack deck, I like to call. And somebody's going to just love this. This is going to be at somebody's wheelhouse. I just know it. I just know it. If you want to give this to a gift to someone, this would be the perfect deck. Someone who likes stuff like this. Like, if anybody knows Melinda Dutcher on False Teeth, I don't know if she'd be watching this and want to purchase this, but if you know her, this would be an awesome gift. She would absolutely love this. And anybody else who likes wacky things and wacky decks that are just off the charts, WTF. Yeah, there's Lord Ganesh, so you can kind of get that one. But they are beautiful, you know, as far as the artistry. They just don't call, and they're a little busy, but some people love that. So that is the El Dios de los Tres. And let me show you so you can see how that is spelled. There you go. All right, and this will be the second one in order when you look down below. And again, guys, make sure you send me an email first before you PayPal me for decks. If you're doing a donation, straight to PayPal, and I so appreciate that. The next one I want to show you, well, if I can find it here, which one is next? I'm trying to keep an order, so thanks for bearing with me, guys. Okay, so the next one is the Necromonican. Now this one here, let's see, where is that deck? Yep, I got it right here in front of me, and I'm just not picking it up. I was looking for the box instead. This is also a Llewellyn deck, so everything that you see with this one, I'll show you the backs. Octopus slits. This is a dark deck, so if you want something for Halloween, boy, this would be awesome. Or just to work with shadow work, yes, yes, yes. Also, this is a Llewellyn deck, so same thing with the box. Has a gorgeous box, has, you know, gorgeous book, huge book. And then you get the cards here. I just want to start off with him. I think he might be my favorite in this deck. But there's some pretty images in this cards, excuse me. I just have other, you know, dark decks that I work with more and that call more, like Tarot of the Vampires, which if you don't have, you should check that out. But get this one first. Isn't that awesome? Look at that third eye up there watching, guiding her. There's a lot of cats in here, which I love. Love cats. Let's check this out. Oh dear. That's an Ace of Swords if I ever saw one. So it is Rider-Waite-Smith based as well, loosely. But I think someone will love this as a Halloween deck. Some crazy images in here, and just some downright horror type stuff in here. So sorry if I didn't disclose that before. And that's a trigger for somebody, but it is what it is. And there you go. The Necromonican is what this one is called. And it will be listed down below. The next one I have is the Tarot for All Ages. Now, this comes in a 2-piece box. You can buy it on Amazon. Mine's a lot cheaper. The cards are in absolute perfect, pristine condition. Excuse me. I couldn't think. I was scrolling out for a minute. Now you scroll out, you're like, squirrel! Yeah, I scrolled out for a minute. Sorry if I hollered in the microphone. But, there we go. So here's the Tarot for All Ages. So this is supposedly more for kids, but I think it's for all ages because it has some things in here that are really cool that you have to kind of get intuitively. And that would be harder for a kid to figure out, but I think the kid would just love the imagery. But they're just really interesting as to what, you know, the artist was going for. You can interpret them in a lot of different ways. Look at this 8 here. She's actually on top of the swords, on the 8 of swords, and then she's just loosely tied up there. It's interesting, isn't it? We've got card references up here too, playing cards. The Guardians are the Queen. I think the others are pretty. Well, the Apprentice is the Page. The Sage is the King. Love this one, the 10. Try to find a Knight for you. Look at that one. And this is Wands, so this would be the 7 of Wands. Look out below. Love the Lover's card. It's called Unity in this one. So again, loosely based, but you can get it. And the, like I said, 2-piece box, so I want to just close that box too, because it came that way. It's not a tuck box. And it's still great for keepsaking. Steward. So this Knight is the Steward. So I wanted to show that. And look at this beautiful Rebirth card. Instead of the Death card, it's Rebirth. Alright, so that is the tarot for all ages. Let me show you this box. It came dented just a little bit, but I just, in full disclosure, I wanted to make sure that it was seen. Just have to find it here. No, I had it right here. I will disclose that at the end of the video because I don't see it right here. Alright. Let me just take one more quick look here with my glasses. I know I left it out for you guys. Nope, and I don't see it right offhand, so I will get to that at the end. It just has a basic, like, little, I don't know, ding in it in the side. It still shuts completely. It's still a great keepsake box, so there's no problems there. It has just escaped me at the moment. So that is the tarot for all ages. So the next one comes in a shitty tuck box, and I think I forgot to mention these pouches that I put them in. These are homemade, and I bought them, but they're homemade and from this company, and they are off of Etsy. These are not the cards, and so I have put those on there, and I also have a name tag for you. I just do this to all mine, and I'm just going to leave them on there. So if you want to keep them on there, then you can. If you don't want to, just toss them in the rubbish, as my friend Jackie would say. I'd say toss them in the trash. All right. So this one is the Liberty Tarot. Liberty. What? How do they say? Liberty Tarot of Stars Eternal. And as you can see, it's a thought-based deck. Okay, and also shitty tuck box. So no problem, because you've got the bag. And a little shitty book with the shitty. You know, it is what it is. Los Scarabeo, so in all different kinds of languages. But if you want a cheap thought-based deck, it's not real. I didn't pay for it cheap. So, yeah, it is. If you look on Amazon, you'll see. But it's pretty neat if you like Thoth. I will make some disclosures about this one. This one can get very, what's the word, erotic in areas, and I'm trying not to show those cards to triggers, but if that's the trigger situation, anything like erotic that would trigger you, and phallic, you know, and you probably got it in these cards. And I don't know, that might mean some of you really want it. But yeah, it's interesting, but it's just not down my wheelhouse. You know, it took me a long time to even accept nudity at all in the tarot, like probably 3 or 4 months. And during that, this is not one of them, but during that time, the decks, a few of the decks I had, I would cover them up with clothes. And you might see 1 or 2 of those in here. But if I don't disclose it, they're not on here. So these are in perfect condition. They've never been used. They've only been looked through a few times. And I have my glasses off, so I'm really hoping I'm not showing crazy pictures. I think these are the tuned down ones. Yeah. There we go. Right, so that is the Liberty Tarot of Stars Eternal, and it has those keywords and everything. Actually, it does not. I'm sorry. It's Los Scarabeo, so it's in 6 different languages. But here's your adjustment card, which is 8, which is Justice in this deck. So the thought-based cards do switch to Justice and Strength around. I know a lot of people were questioning that, like, you misplaced, you know, talking to creator, you misplaced this. Like, no, it's just thought-based. Or they just went with the thought-based system to, you know, change those two. Alright, so that's the Liberty Tarot of Stars Eternal. And I know I just repeated that. Next up, we have another tuck box situation. This one's brand new though, and you can already see it starting to wear. And I mean, that's just from storage, you know, putting it with other tarot decks on top. And this is the Archeon Tarot. Okay, so another same situation. It's U.S. games, so it's all in English, but you know it does not give a whole lot of information, but it gives some. So you do have your keywords, I believe. Yeah, you have your keywords and your inverted or reversed keywords there, and a couple of spreads, I believe. Just a couple of things like that. Okay, so it comes in that. You will get the bag with a name tag, just like before. And here's the cards. Here's the back here. This is also a dark deck. I think it could be used very well with Halloween, fall season, right? You can see a few of these. Love this Ten of Pentacles. That's gorgeous there. I just want to show you the houses. I think there's only 2 in the deck, but I just love that. And the 8 of Wands. It's just really cool. These have not been used at all, and they've only been looked through like maybe twice. So brand new, pristine condition. Perfect. So if this is something you would like, make sure you give me an email, ASAP. And this is an Amazon deck as well. Check out those prices on Amazon and then what I'm offering you. You guys are going to see, ooh, it's a deal, and you'll be helping me so much. So thank you for that. All right, so let's move on. I've got a few more here, and I want everybody to see. And if I can, I will try to link timestamps below. I have never done timestamps before, so I will make an effort, but I'm kind of on a time crunch for some of this, so you may not get the timestamps down below, but I promise I'll do the best I can with that. If not, just fast forward through until you see your deck pop up there. All right, so the next one we have is the Revelations. So the Revelations is really interesting because it has the upright and the reversed image of the card on the front of the card. So it has an upright and a reversed all in one card. I also have the Tarot of Oppositions that does the same thing. So I did not have a need to keep this one. And I will turn some of them upside down just so you can see it's the reversed effect. With the Chariot here, all calm, cool, and collected. And then here, mad as hell. Here's one upside down, the Magician. Face up. Look how cool that is, like the bowls in both directions here. Look at this. Isn't that cool? That's Temperance. We have our sketched out Hermit, and then the other one upright. So this is, I'm just checking something here to make sure that you can see it good. I think you guys can see that good. I was having trouble last night during a premiere with keeping them focused, and it was just, the camera was just too far away. So I'm new at all this, guys, and I learn as I go. You learn from your mistakes, right? If not, you're just repeating them. And I don't want to do that anymore. So yeah, look here, this one's called the Five of Swords. And then he's on the victim stage in a reversed version. You know, this one, the Six of Swords. How he's hanging on there for dear life. That's the reversed. The upright. Oh, I'm just, you know, sailing through. These cards are a lot neater than I gave them credit for. They're really cool. I've never read with this deck. Only gone through a couple of times, so they are in perfect condition. There might be one or two that has just a very brief coloring on it because of the nudity, like this one here. You can see the green. That's it. That's the biggest mark that you'll see. And I think there's only one other that is marked. I don't know which one it is because I can't tell that it's even been touched like that. But I will try to line up, you know, and it looks, I think it looks good, if not better. But you may not. So if that's not your thing, that's not your thing. So I get that. But, I keep saying but. It's a fabulous deck. So I think it deserves a new home and the attention that it deserves, because mine goes, well, it just never calls. Alright, so the next one I want to show the box to as well. The Revelations comes in a box similar to the Llewellyn, okay, that I showed you with the big, huge books. Okay, now this one is the Cosmic Slumber, and I wanted to show this box because it is just fantastic. I love this box. I have two like this that are going to be through on this video. This is the Cosmic Slumber, and what you do is boom, take that out, and then you have your little thumb things here. Boom, another box within a box. How cool is that? And you look down that box, look all the way through, isn't that cool? And then even this one, and it comes with this one in the white Numen, which I'm going to show you in a minute as well. They both come with nice little hardbound books. They're about the size of the cards. Okay, so here you go. You just go boom, put the book and the cards in here, and then take, oh, just keep it there. Take this one for a top. It's so easy and it's so nice of a keepsake. I hope they get, like a lot of companies start going to something like this. It would be really cool. Some have them where they just slide off and they don't have that magnetic, but both of these have the magnetic closure. Okay, so let's look a few at the Cosmic Slumber. So these have not been modified in any way, shape, or form. They've only been looked through a few times, and I haven't had it long, so this is absolutely brand spanking new. Now, there is some nudity in this deck, so I know that's most tarot decks, but I just want to be clairvoyant about that. Clear on that, I should say. I don't think I use clairvoyant the right way. I'm just waking up, guys. So yeah, and this one also has 2 extra cards that are cool. They have the morning and the night, which I think is really neat. And you can choose to use them or not. I would use them, but that's just me. It's a fantastic King of Cups here. Gosh, I like this deck. I don't know. It may be gone soon. But, yeah, if you want this deck, get on it quickly because I may take it off. But if you get on it, and then it's yours. And again, make sure you email me first, guys, to make sure the deck is still available. And then you would go to PayPal. And make sure you do the regular payment of the charge of the deck, plus the $8.95 shipping and handling. It's still going to be cheaper than anywhere else that you could go. And this is the Cosmic Slumber. Alright. Let's go ahead and move back on here. The next one I have to show you is going to be the Book of Shadows. Now this one's really cool because it actually has 2 decks in one. Okay, so there is the As Above, So Below. So the As Above is blue and the As Below is green. So you can tell each one, but 78 cards of green, 78 cards of blue. They come all together. Alright, so fantastic price for these. They have never been used but they've been looked through a few times, but there are absolutely no modifications, anything with this deck whatsoever. It comes exactly the way it came, which is perfect condition. The book has one little mark on it, I think. Not the book, I'm sorry, the box actually, but it's very, very minute. I'll even show it to you. Hold on, so you know what I'm talking about. So here's the inside. You see that little marking right there, and then there's one at the top. Just a little bit. It's not even a marking. It's just where the box has been worn from opening and closing it. But again, this is Los Scarabeo, so it is what it is. But it comes with the big book and the 2 decks. So let me show you some of these. So this would be the as above. The as above are going to be what goes on in the afterlife or in your spirit, your spiritual life, or your life with source. I like that better than spiritual. And then this is down below, and this is how the cards look, you know, in everyday life. So this is modern, this is spirit. Okay, so let me show you a few of these, and I'll try to go in order here, putting one with the other. Let's see. I'm not going to show a whole lot of these because I think you can get the picture. And you can always do walkthroughs of these guys. All of these decks are on YouTube as well. I'll show you just a few. I mean, hello. That's awesome. A little water. So that's the 5 of air, so that's the 5 of swords. There's a 6 of swords over here in the green one. So this is the down below 6 of swords. Moving on. Maiden of air, that's I believe the queen of swords. Loosely rider weight. Sorry, I put blue one over there. Loosely rider weight. But if you know Rider Waite, you'll get it, and it'll be cool, because you'll have 2 decks. Alright, so that is the Book of Shadows. And that is also by Barbara Moore, who did the Tarot in Wonderland as well, and has a great book with it. Alright, the next one is the other one that comes in such a cool box, and that's the White Numen. And I have this one to show you as well. Right here. I'm just snooping around for the Tarot for All Ages box again because it's literally here 10 minutes ago. It's just funny. Okay, so here's the outside of the box. See all the cool things inside. And this is hardbound stuff. It's really cool. And then regular book like the other one, hardbound. And then here's the inside, got the WN. And you just put them down in here. Boom. And cover it in here. Boom. Magnetic. Done. So nice. Okay. So let me show you a few of the White Numen. This is kind of an animal deck. It has all kinds of different animals in a lot of them. Some are not. They're just people. This is a gorgeous, gorgeous deck. I have another dog deck. I have lots of animal decks. So this one I just decided needs a new home because it doesn't call as well. But you would be getting a fantastic deck with this one. Never used. Only looked through 2 or 3 times. Try to show one with the Numen on there because that is the actual dog. There we go. So here's the Numen, White Numen, Black Numen, and there is a White Numen and a Black Numen card as well. So there's 2 extras in this one. 80 card deck. Looks like that one's trying to hump that one. I don't know. But I think it's gorgeous. It's just Not my aesthetic. You got snakes going on. There's quite a few snakes in here. So if you don't like snakes, get this deck because it'll help you to overcome your fears. Is that what they say? That's what they say. I'm not sure about that, but... Alright, hope you guys enjoyed this deck. There's the white Numen there. And there's the black. Alright, so that is the white Numen. Alright, so I'll put that right here. Do a look for the Tarot for All Ages. Gosh, this one's got me good. I will find you. I will find you. Yeah, there you are. Boom. I manifested that so quick. So going back to the Tarot for All Ages, look here. Here's the box, alright? I want to disclose this. Thank you, universe. Still, great keepsake box. Just comes off fine like that. There's the book. Has a little plastic place for the cards. Just plastic or a little cardboardish, I'm not sure. And then there's a little ding. It came that way. And this one has a little on this side, but it still goes down almost all the way. I don't think it's supposed to go any further. No, it's not. So it goes to right here. There's one little ding there, and there's one, oh, sorry, one here. Let me show you again. I think I was too far up in the camera. So one here, and then just one tiny one here. Nothing else is, the cards are spotless. Okay, so I'm gonna make sure you can see that so you saw what kind of box comes with that. And I just like to be in full disclosure. It's just the right thing to do. Okay, so the next I have is the Aquarian Tarot in a 10. This one is really lovely, and it is a vintage deck. So I don't know how much longer he's going to be selling these. I'm kind of hesitant to put this on there. So this may disappear. But for now, we're going to put it on. I have another 10 decks, so I just chose this one to come over here to see if you guys would like this one. And it is so vintage. It's 1970. I mean, come on now. And I'll just put a little white out on that to get rid of it. I can even show you what I mean there, because it's just so easy. So you just take it here. Most of you have probably seen these whiteouts before. There you go. Boom, done. Alright, so they will come with a little place like that on the pamphlets only. So it's just a little shitty pamphlet anyway. But I just like to know when I buy them. And so these are minis. Let me show you compared to a Rider-Waite. Here's the Rider-Waite. Mini. Okay, so you still get your bang for your buck. And I really like these cards too. The color palette is just outrageous. It is really cool. Like the pinks and the reds here, I just absolutely love. It's like it's focusing on reds and pinks. So if you love those colors, this would definitely be a deck worth checking out, I would say. Just look at that. It's just fantastic. Very Rider-Waite, but then highlighted with these gorgeous colors. Look at the Two of Pentacles with his pink cowboy hat. Yes, please. Yes, please. That's gorgeous. So, there you go. Not a lot of inclusiveness in this deck, so I just want to be outright with that. But it'd be great to have as a vintage deck. They weren't very inclusive in the 70s anyway. So if you don't mind that part, I think this would be a nice deck for you. See how the pinks, and there's even purples in there. Got our happy Nine of Cups there. He's manifested, isn't he? Beautiful moon card. Oh, love that moon card. Yeah, if y'all want this one, you better come quickly, because I may grab this and take it out. But for right now, it's going in. There's your sun. Okay, so that's the Aquarian in a tin by David Palladini. And if you're wondering, that's the same one who did the Palladini Tarot as well. Alright, and the last one for this video is the Akashic Tarot. And I have the box because this is a different box. This is the Hay House box. And if you have oracle cards, a few oracle cards, you know what I'm talking about with the Hay House boxes. They're just, I mean, you cannot damage these things. They're fantastic. So you got a great keepsake box here. And I wanted to show you this because when I explain the cards, you'll be like, how am I going to remember that? Well, you don't have to because you got a massive book here. I mean, it's not huge, but it is chock full of information. And if you're into the Akashic records at all, or you want to be, this is your deck for sure. Okay, the suits have been changed to 1 through 8 and Queen and King, and the majors are renamed, and they are not in order. Like the magician is not the magician, it's something else. Okay, but you can see a little bit towards the Rider Waite, but this really does have its own system. So here's the back of the cards. I did edge these. Besides that, there's absolutely no modifications to these at all. So, like, on track. And that's supposed to be the one, I believe, of swords, Ace of Swords. So some of them you can tell a little bit, right? 2 of Swords, but I don't know how that relates. The Queen, King. Some of these are absolutely gorgeous. I believe it's the cups that are the forces. I'm not sure, but they're the blue ones, and some of these blue ones are just breathtakingly gorgeous. Now look at the 5 here. They're swords, by the way, I think now. The 5 of forces. So you have this here and this here. Summer and winter. The waterfall. Yeah, it's hard to tell if they're swords or wands or what they are, but I mean, if you are a collector, I think you would love this deck. Look at that, like the Northern Lights. So it has a lot of different things in here. So if you want to get to know the Akashic Records, or you already do, this is yours. For the small price below, plus shipping and handling. There's the cover card. And there you have it. So, thank you so much, guys, for sticking with me. I appreciate that. And I'm going to go ahead and shut off now. I'm going on 49 minutes. So you stuck with me. Thank you so much. I have one more to go. You guys have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.